Hey guys, I'm Shauna.
I'm Jordan.
And this is our cat Cujo.
Who decided that he wanted to be a part of the video today.
He's our guest YouTube channel buddy.
I'm trying to think of a pun and I got nothing.
I don't know either, but he's distracting in the best way. All right, so anyways, we are here today talking to our photographers, giving you guys a little bit of tips on honestly what's probably one of the most requested for us and our specialties. Our area of expertise in educating is really on identifying, finding, and booking your ideal client. Thanks, Jordan. Yeah. It's on identifying, finding, and booking your ideal client, and really just on the business and marketing side of like getting your business momentum and running your business.
I know, normally I have a drink in my hand, now I just have a cat in my hand.
A cat, and he won't stop asking for scratches because he's so cute. Anyways, so one of the things that we teach in our classroom is how to identify your ideal client, because you can't speak to your ideal client if you don't know who that person is. So we're actually gonna be sharing a piece of that with you today and kind of just walking you through the process and the steps of figuring out who that person is. A lot of people will tell you like, oh yeah, booking ideal clients or finding ideal clients, but nobody ever takes the time to actually break down the steps.
Telling you how to do it, right?
To figure out who that person is. We're gonna teach you our step-by-step process on identifying your ideal client. And guys, this is gold. Like, this is straight from our cooking classroom. So what I would recommend doing is get out a piece of paper, follow along, and just pause this video throughout. I'm not gonna do too many pauses. I'll like leave a natural pause. That way you can go ahead and stop the video. But this is gonna be best served if this is something that you kind of do on your own. Now, the benefit of doing this in our classroom with us is that I will really hold your hand through the process. In other words, if somebody has a question or they feel stuck, I can ask them probing questions. That kind of helps. That's where us being former teachers really start. It's where it comes into play. But it's fun to bring this to you virtually, so we hope that it can help in some way at least. So the first thing that we always start with, one is essentially your why, but we don't have enough time to do that here. We do like a 5-day why challenge.
In our Facebook group. So.
Yeah, in our Facebook group. I'll link up actually our Facebook group if you're not a part of the Cooney Classroom on Facebook. And then also I will link up the website to sign up for the wait list for our next why challenge, just in case you want to do that. But assuming that you figure out your why, and not just like your why for your business, your client why, we would then go ahead and move into your client brain dump. And in your client brain dump, there's essentially 3 different columns, and you want to literally, a brain dump means write everything out. Yep. Don't feel like there's something you can't include. Write every person that comes to mind, and we're going to start to kind of hone in on who this ideal client might be. Jordan, you really remind me of like Dr. Evil right now.
Excellent. No. Oh,
it's okay.
Oh, man, I got nothing. Okay,
it's okay. It'll come to you.
Thank you.
So, okay.
And there's a cat claw in my thigh.
Okay, we are back. Cat free, and hopefully a quiet dog. So anyways, in this brain dump, what you're gonna go ahead and do is you're gonna list out 3 different columns, and I want you to list your most profitable clients, meaning the clients who either have just spent the most money with you in general, your most referring clients, so your clients who are bringing in more couples, more families, more seniors, whatever it might be, the person who's referring you the most, and then you're gonna wanna put down your repeat customers, so the ones who come back over and over. So for example, some of these clients might overlap. Your repeat customers might also be your most profitable clients. Yep. We have one couple who we've done essentially 7 sessions with them, and we won't walk you through all of them, but wedding day, newborn, maternity, all the above, we've done it for them. Sweetest couple, they do anniversary photos with us every year. We just love them so much. Shout out, hey Joy and Nick. So anyways, you want to go ahead and list out all of those clients for yourself, and then once you do that, we will go ahead and move on to the next spot. So you might want to go ahead and pause here. Okay, so the next step in this process, now that you've listed out that brain dump for all those different clients, is you're gonna start to create your client profile. So things that I want you to think about, and I'm looking down because it's actually our Cooney Classroom workbook that I'm literally helping pull from, is I want you to think about those previous clients from that sort, and think about things like what do they like to do? What did they love? Like, was there a specific brand or activity that they loved? What was important to them? What made working with them a dream? Was it that they loved and trusted you, or was it that they were really into adventure? So they wanted to do a mountain session with you. And then I want you to also think about where would they shop. Other great things to think of is where do they spend their time? How do they maybe meet as a couple? And kind of start, when you start thinking about all the different clients and that sort, you're gonna start to notice some similarities that they all kind of share. And maybe not all of them share them, but you're gonna really start to hone in on the kind of client who really brings joy in your heart. And that is what an ideal client is. It's someone who brings you joy to work with. And so, yeah, I want you to go ahead, look at that previous sort, kind of go through those, think about those things that I just listed. You might need to pause in between them and write them down, and then come back to this video. So once you're done doing that, we're gonna go ahead and actually create that ideal client profile. So you're gonna think of all the pieces and essentially make, like, I always call it your dream boyfriend. So when you were a kid, you know, a girl, I guess I should say, or whatever, who's to say that guys don't dream up their significant other either?
Yeah, you judged a little too quick there.
Oh, did you have a dream profile?
No.
Okay. But at some point in our lives, we all actually probably had a list of attributes that we assumed that our spouse would have. So they loved sports, or they were, you know, they like to stay home, they were a homebody, or they were like a movie buff, right? These are different things. And really, guys, they're imaginary checklists, right? They don't really exist. This person doesn't really exist. But it helps for us to look for traits and qualities that we're looking for in a person when we meet new people. So this is what you're gonna do for your ideal client profile, and I'll explain why it's helpful. You're gonna give them a name, age, education level, a profession, and then you're gonna write up their story. So how did they as a couple meet? How do they spend their time? What places do they shop at? And think about some like offhand things, like, are they coffee drinkers or tea drinkers? Do they drink beer or do they drink wine? And the reason I say that is because, are all stereotypes real? No. But if you're talking to a wine drinker, you can actually target and pull in a certain kind of person that might be different from somebody who loves craft beer. We love both. So I'm totally okay with admitting that when you say that you're targeting somebody who drinks wine versus somebody who drinks craft beer, you're looking at two different stereotyped people. Now, like I said, I don't believe in stereotypes per se, but by knowing, for example, somebody's profession.
In your brain, yeah, you're already creating a picture. It's
allowing for you to create this dream client who doesn't exist, but what you're gonna start attracting is people who are close to those people, essentially, who will be close to your ideal client and who will, again, bring you joy to work with if you really take the time to dig in and figure out why these traits are things that you know, technically see in an ideal client. So, for example, if you're talking about a book lover versus a movie watcher, you're bringing to mind two different people. The book lover I'm seeing is maybe a little bit more introverted. They might be a little bit more intuitive. This is just what comes to mind for me. Like, you know, they're like scholars. And then a movie lover I see is maybe they love like action movies and they like to go out and they're really social. None of that's neither true about here or there, but by you knowing that, it changes the language that you use when you start to talk to those clients. So when you're writing your copy on your website, when you're writing your emails to your inquiries, when you're creating your entire client experience, and when you're writing your captions on Instagram, you can kind of change your language and dialogue so that way you can speak to your people. Because if you talk to the masses, you're not really attracting anyone. It's really when we get an opportunity and a chance to start to niche down that we're gonna really start to get the people who we're looking for. So I think that I've run through all of the things I have. So that's our quick rundown on how to find your ideal client profile. Is there anything that I missed that you can think of, Jordon?
Nope.
All right, so we hope that that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to hop into the Cooney Classroom, ask more questions. Feel free to leave a comment below if this was helpful for you, or if there's maybe any other videos that you're hoping that we'll be able to make. Don't forget to subscribe as well so that way you can get notifications. You can find us also at Shauna and Jordon Photography on Instagram. We hope that you guys have a fantastic day. And yeah, we are just loving and serving you guys. So thank you for being here with us today. All right, bye guys.